Welcome back to the multiverse of geekdom and our weekly Sunday show, Geekdom Uncut. And today we have a special one for you. Me, Padawan Frito, Jason. How you doing, Jason?
We're doing good. Having a good night going. Hung out with my girlfriend tonight. It was really enjoyable.
That's good. It's good. We should be joined by Don and maybe some others soon. But tonight we have an ambitious crossover that we're targeting. We're going to be discussing the Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set that's coming out next month. They released some of the art and some of the cards that are coming up in the set, including one that there's one of.
Yep, and guys, they truly is one card to rule them all.
Serialized, one of one, the One Ring, and it's in Elvish.
So good luck reading it.
Yes. There are other versions of it, unserialized, non-Elvish versions. It's the only reason why anybody would know what it fucking says. Actually, it's not true. I don't want to.
I was gonna say, come on now. We all know a nerd or two that definitely has that down pat.
That was my next.
I was gonna say, I know. I was like, I am friends with some people that probably don't know that.
Yes.
You want to know what's funny? Don would be the one to only know curse words.
Yeah, like if it was in Dothraki or in Valerian, I might be able to parse it together. But But have you been keeping up with Magic the Gathering sets that have been dropping lately?
Yes, I have been keeping up with them. This one is extremely exciting. I think Magic the Gathering is definitely hitting on a lot of different fandoms to, I think, get more people involved in it. And I think it's great. To be honest, I play a game called Smite, and Magic the Gathering cards, Atraxa, and a bunch of others have made their way into Smite as gods. So I feel like Magic the Gathering is understanding and at least adapting with the times. So I think them making these expansion packs with, these, Lord of the Ring characters, or what did they do the last one? What was it?
The Warhammer they did.
Yes, we were just talking about it. Yes, the Warhammer ones. Like
they did Baldur's Gate. No, they have.
I think they're just expanding their, the people that enjoy their, game.
Yeah. What how did you get into Magic the Gathering? What was your introduction to the game?
So it was actually pretty recently. I got into Magic the Gathering probably, I want to say, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago at most. And it was just, I met a bunch of dudes at work that played it. And, back when I was in high school, it was literally D&D and Magic the Gathering were the nerdiest things you could do. It was just like, there is no doing it. So I started doing D&D. And so I guess I broke that mold, because I was just like, I don't give a shit. Like, I fucking enjoy this stuff. And then when my buddy who came around and was like, listen, if you're enjoying this, play Magic. And I was like, I still was just like, I don't know. And then from the very first time I played and actually understood, because Magic the Gathering is definitely a game that you have to take time to understand. There's a lot of triggers. There's a lot of, effects. There's a lot of, specific words mean a whole different thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like goading is, when you goad a creature, you can have specifically make them, they have to attack something and it can't be you. Like there's just, and you wouldn't know that unless you.
So nowadays, they actually say on the cards, like they have names for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was just written on the cards. So there wasn't like a word for it. It was just creatures must block this creature if it attacks, or if you tap this creature. So it was more written out. Now you have to actually kind of know what all the words mean. For those who don't know, Magic the Gathering is a trading card game where you are a wizard, pretty much a planeswalker. you are casting spells. You have to use mana, which you're tapping into the lands that you're fighting on, in order to cast your spells. Lands are reusable. You keep tapping the energy from them, but that's the basic core tenet of the game. So
So my one.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there are a few decks, like genres of decks in this game that I have very much disliked going against. Zombies are one of them. Zombies and vampires, for some reason, they have some really nice effects, and they just keep populating. Just keep populating. Just keep populating.
Yeah, nowadays with all these everything, just there's so many like token cards and things that just keep replicating, and it's fun. But it gets to be a lot, especially trying to keep track of like 50 tokens.
And then my one buddy though was telling me about, and I've yet to come across this, but a deck that actually destroys mana and destroys lands.
I know
if I go against that deck,
I know a few people that have land destruction decks
and destroys land, I'm losing my mind.
I have cards that let you just destroy any permanents that you want. Just repeatedly destroy everything, bring everything back. I used to have a stasis deck, which stasis would let you tap off everybody else's stuff, and you could untap your stuff, and they couldn't. I had a sneak attack deck, which I just got a sneak attack from a Demarnia remastered pack, which you could just throw in creatures, attack with them, then they have to die at the end of combat. But I finally got a demonic tutor, which I've been dying for. I pulled one of those, which lets you just search your library for any card you want and put it into your hand for 2 mana.
Since I'm new, I only have 2 decks, and I'm trying to get another one. But right now, I only have the D&D dungeon diving decks, which I love that deck. That deck is so much fun, going through the dungeons, getting through. I'm trying to remember who the commander is, but my other deck is a goad deck, which you just basically, they don't attack you and they attack other people. And that one's so much more fun, but I 100% want a populate deck. I want a deck where I can just create tokens like everyone else and just be a fucking problem and a nuisance.
So I have a zombie deck that lets you do that. I also, that was a pre-built deck. I had a bunch of rare cards that I've had for years. And then I went ahead and I bought about 4, 5, 6 booster boxes at this point in the past month or so. Mm-hmm. And I bought a bunch of bulk commons, uncommons, land cards, things like that.
It's funny because these pre-built decks are not, without even doing any kind of added cosmetic to it, they're perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You can 100% use a pre-built deck and just possibly win against your friends. Like, there is, unless they have obviously a god tier deck, but like, it's just so easy to get one of these pre-built and they're still just as good as anything else you could build on your own.
I don't know about as good, but for beginners, they're great. The longer you play, you start to notice little things that you could always improve.
Well, like, that's like my one buddy. He basically buys a pre-built deck and maybe adds 5 cards, he says, and that's it.
So I straight up, I look through thousands of cards. I find one card, and then I find one more card and one more card, and then I find out ways to make combos based on the effects of cards, and I build it all from the ground up. So I've always done it. I will look through every single card I own every time I build a deck. And I now have about 10,000, 8,000 cards, something like that. I want 20 boxes.
Like that,
about 20 boxes of cards. I mean, you let me know what cards you need. I'm sure I can help you out.
Hey, listen, maybe I'll give you some money. You'll make me a deck, see?
But it's fun. I started playing way back in 1996.
So you started playing when I was born?
I started playing when Magic was born. Also, my cousin used to play, and I got really into it. And here is Don, Jedi Master Tuck, Jiraga, Warcaller.
What's up?
How you doing, Don?
Yep.
So we were talking about Magic a little bit. I know that you have not had the opportunity yet to get to play Magic and get into it.
Yes, you are looking up cards as we speak.
I also noticed. I know that on the other hand, this is the Lord of the Rings set, and of everybody that we know, you may be one of the biggest Lord of the Rings fans.
I am a pretty big fan.
You may call him a fan.
Guys, I want to just bring attention real quick. I know Joe has one also, but we got these shirts the other day from Miss Ann, who is Ben's mom. And, man, look at these shirts, guys. These are inspired by the original Ben logo, which was him in the Superman outfit. So, really love the shirt,
mine's in
guys.
the wash right now. But...
Nice. Yeah. Dude, I was so happy when I got it. It was awesome.
So we were discussing, I was telling Jason
Yes.
In the chat how there is one ring card written in Elvish, serialized 1 of 1.
Oh, no shit.
They're only making one. That's
wow.
it.
They're making other ones that are in English and a regular version, but there is only one card that is in Elvish.
It is the one ring to rule them all. They're making ones with men, ones with elves, and ones with dwarves. But there's only one of the one ring. Which is going to be really cool.
I would agree. Yeah, that's awesome that they're doing that. Yeah.
Dude, so could you imagine? I was telling him,
if you get that card, how lucky are you? Like, that's got to be like,
it's so lucky.
Yeah.
Right now, it's valued at around $100,000.
Jeez.
And that's without it even being sold yet.
Yeah.
It's not even found. Man. It is not even found, and they're already like, I'll give you $100,000. No. That card's going to be worth over $1 million.
Yeah, for sure. Why would you get rid of it if you know it's a 1 of 1? Like, you would have to literally, like, you're going to have to buy it off of me. And I mean, like, buy it off of me.
Oh, I would sell that shit in a heartbeat.
Not for I'm 100% selling it.
Or 10 grand.
But not for anything cheap.
No.
Right. I'm starting a business. And I'm going to...
Yeah. I have one product.
But while we're talking about it, why don't I'll pull up the page that explains the set and everything.
Yeah.
And we'll go through it.
Let's stop lying.
I'm excited. Hey.
So
calm down over there.
There's regular boosters, there's set boosters, draft boosters, and then there are collector's boosters. The only way that you can get the one ring is in a collector's booster. It's also pre-made decks. It's only going to be legal, as I said. It's going to be on Arena and on Magic Online, but it's also only going to be legal in Modern, in Historic, and in Alchemy play, which are different versions.
Why?
I guess, well, the same reason most, like the D&D ones aren't legal in Standard. Most of these spin-offs aren't.
I just never understood why, though.
It's because of the changes to the mechanisms. For instance, like this ring bearer rule, the way that it works, the ring, you have to have a ring bearer and the ring can tempt you even if you don't control a creature. The ring gains abilities in order from top to bottom. So your ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. That's 1. 2, whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. 3, whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at the end of combat.
That's really
4, whenever your ring bearer deals damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life.
Oof, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice.
Excuse me. And the ring tempts you. So when the ring tempts you, and at a certain point, let's pull up the one ring. This is the regular version of it, not the one ring version. Let me see if I can zoom in. Let's get this to load. There we go. It is indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. At the beginning of each upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on it. But you could tap it, put a burden counter on it, and then draw a card for each burden counter on it. So this is like you're trying to speed up the game. You're trying to get as much stuff in your hand so you can win the game as soon as possible.
So
but
what this tells me
not legal
is that there is something. There is something in this card, and this deck is basically just designed to win the game as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Well, now, so my favorite of all the cards I've seen. Let's go in order. I won't jump ahead because I want to go through all of these. But everyone's favorite wizard,
yeah,
Gandalf the Grey.
sure.
What's the one on the right? Is that a variation?
Yeah, it's like the art card.
I like that one.
It is a very nice card. I like them both, and I love the mana. As you can see, like the plains,
the mana
mountains.
planes are really nice.
But Gandalf, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You can use any of his abilities, but you can only choose one that hasn't been chosen yet since he's been in play. You may tap or untap a permanent. You can deal 3 damage to each opponent. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. So if you play one, you can copy it.
So he's basically your commander.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. And then you could also put him on top of his owner's library whenever you cast this sorcery spell. So you can reset the whole thing.
Oh, that's so nice. That's a great one right there. You save that to the very end, and you just fucking do all 4 all over again. That's disgusting. Oof.
Oops, sorry.
Gosh, Joe, what are you doing?
But the plains are the Shire. The mountains are Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
The islands is the Belagar Sea. Did I say that right?
And there it is.
Yeah.
The swamp
Mordor.
is Mordor. The forest
There.
is Mirkwood. But
It
here
is.
it is. One of one. What is going on?
It's only $56. I'll buy
That's
that.
not
right
real. That's not real.
now. I'll buy it right now. Fuck it.
It's like,
I mean,
dude,
we're not-
that ain't shit.
Do you know how to read read Elvish, Don?
No, I
We're
don't.
talking about
No, I
Lord
definitely
Sheriff.
don't know that. No.
Dude, I thought you would be the one.
No, sorry. I'm
Oh,
not
they got
that one.
Gollum? Oh, they've got a lot of good shit in this deck.
Yeah. There's art cards, lots of different art cards, and like reproductions.
Aragorn
And
and
stuff.
Orwin.
There's Frodo, Sauron's Bane,
Mm.
legendary creature, halfling. If Frodo is a citizen, it becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2/2 and lifelink. That's for either 2 white or 2 black or any combination. 3 black. If Frodo's a scout, he becomes a halfling rogue. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times this game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you. So you can understand why these might not be legal in all formats, but certainly will be fun. There is Samwise the Stout-Hearted.
Ah.
He's a 2/1 with flash, which means you can play him anytime during the game as an instant. So you can play him on other people's turns whenever you want. Whenever he enters the battlefield, choose a target permanent, or you can choose, you don't have to, in your graveyard and put it onto the battlefield as long as it died that turn. So whenever somebody dies, you can play him and it brings the card back to the battlefield. Not to your hand, sorry. Then the ring tempts you. Gollum, the patient plotter. When it leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you. 1, sacrifice a creature, return it from your graveyard to your hand. You can only do that during your turn. Mount Doom. Tap, pay 1 life, add a black or a red. 1 black, 1 red. Mount Doom deals 1 damage to each opponent. 5, 1 black, 1 red. Tap, sacrifice Mount Doom and a legendary artifact. Choose up to 2 creatures, then destroy all of the rest of them. So only the 2 you choose survive. Everything else on the battlefield dies.
Yeah.
You shall not. See, it should be you shall not pass, right?
Yeah.
They said you cannot pass. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Now, if you remember, any ring bearer becomes a legendary creature, regardless of whether it was or not.
But wait a minute. If Gandalf gets the ring, he will become corrupt.
Well,
Corrupted by it.
Maybe.
That should have been a side thing.
Yeah,
It
that
might
would
be.
be awesome.
I mean, we don't have the whole thing yet. They haven't gone through all the mechanisms yet. We'll learn more about that as it comes out.
So this is basically going to be a separate thing. on its own?
You can
It's
use
not a
it
separate
in.
thing. It's just you can only play it in certain modes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This-
in
this-
like an actual probably tournament, you wouldn't be able to use this. But
Right.
in like
unless it's a modern tournament, because they do have
Yeah.
modern tournaments. And like,
Sorry.
but standard play, which is what most tournaments are, most competitive Magic,
Yeah.
it's not legal in standard.
Okay.
Reprieve, return target spell to its owner's hand, draw a card. That's any spell.
Okay.
Which means anything but a land, I believe.
Yep.
And then there he is, the legendary God Bard himself. We're gonna pull this one up.
Tom Bombadil. That's my dude.
I figured this would be the one that would get you.
Tom Bombadil.
Legendary creature, God Bard. As
Yeah.
long
So
as
he
there
could
are-
also this could also be your commander.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so can Frodo.
Mhm.
As long as there are 4 or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible.
Yeah.
Can't be targeted, can't die.
Yeah, it's theorized that he's actually the creator of the Lord of the Rings world.
R.R. Tolkien, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then there's the saga card. The ring card is a saga card. Anything with multiple stages to it. Whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order.
That's a great fucking card.
I want to
Yeah.
use
That's
him.
an amazing card.
I want to use Tom Bombadil. That's my dude.
That my dude.
That's
Tom
my dude.
Bombadil.
Dude, Tom Bombadil is a beast. Have you ever like read the original Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
Have
I read
you,
them in middle
Jason?
school.
Yeah. No. Oh, dude, read at least get to the first one, man, because Tom Bombadil part is some of the best stuff in that book. It really is.
Then we have a Lorien Brooch, or Brooch. Equipped creature has non-basic land walk, which means if they have any lands other than plains, islands, swamp, forest, or mountain,
Are
it
there
can't be
any
blocked.
creatures that are in this fucking deck that are not legendary?
So there probably are plenty, but they only released so many cards that
How
they're
dare
showing
you
us.
disrespect Lord of the Rings like that? There are no non-legendary characters, sir.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because like I'm just like every single one of these are legendary creatures, and I'm just like, you can't have a deck just full of legendaries.
Yes, you can. Apparently, you can. Don't hate. Don't hate. I'm just. This is the only thing I'm buying.
This is my favorite of all the cards.
Yes, this is a great card.
Arrogant and Arwen Wed. All right. Legendary creature, human elf noble. Vigilance. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, put a 1/1 counter on every creature you control. You gain 1 life for each creature you control.
Dude, that's my okay. See, no, yeah, that's my commander, and then I just make a whole bunch of fucking shit where I populate. Like, oh, I'm about to make an elven deck with just them as my oh, what?
See,
yeah,
This
that's
is
what I
the
was
shit.
saying. That's my favorite one. And
Sauron.
Sauron is not as powerful. You would think he would be, but
well, he does get defeated twice. What the hell? It's not serious.
when Sauron, the lidless eye. Now there might be another Sauron too, because
Sure.
you never know. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature an opponent controls at the end of turn. Untap it. It can attack this turn. You tap 3, 1 black, 1 red, 1 of any color. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Each opponent loses 2 life. Which, that's a pretty dope ability.
It
Because
is, but it's not like
Well, you can use it as many times as you want, as long as you have the mana for it. It's not tapping him or anything.
as long as you have the
So-
mana and life.
Sleep.
Right. Well, no, each opponent loses 2 life.
But his eye never sleeps in the dark tower.
Okay.
You
I thought it said each person.
Yeah, no. It's just your opponents, which, I mean, that's another one of those, another legendary creature. Oh, look. Well, we already did Samwise the Stout-Hearted.
Yeah,
Now, these are the art cards for him. Full art.
yeah, they're cool looking too.
Yeah, the full art cards have always been absolutely stunning.
The One Ring. It's obviously not the serialized one. That's the one that's going for 56. Probably not even this art one. It's probably just the standard one, but none of them even came out yet, so I don't even know if people
I'm
are
just gonna
selling
buy the other one for 56 and just hold on to it.
them. And then there's the other cards with the elven, the ring around them, the Samwise, your Golem, your Tom Bombadil as a glowing fucking god.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then you have the Shire. The Shire enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tap, add 1, tap 2, and tap it. Tap
Hold
it
on.
on tap creature control.
What is that Sauron the Necromancer?
Where?
Bottom
Oh,
right.
we'll get down to that. We will get there. We already did
Calm
Nocturne.
yourself down.
We did the One
Shut the
Ring.
fuck up.
We've seen Aragon and Arwen. Sauron the Lidless Eye. There's another art for the Shire. Call
Is
of the
that-
Ring. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I thought it was Mary holding the little like eye of Sauron.
So next it's the Call of the Ring, which I believe is probably Frodo when he puts the ring on, when he gets all cloudy, gets invisible. At the beginning of your upkeep, the ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. All right, then you have Sauron the Necromancer, which I'll pull up for Jason because he seemed very
Yeah, he was
interested.
way too excited about it.
That's
Jesus.
he has
It's got-
menace.
Yes, and whenever he attacks, exile target creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped and attacking token of that card. So you can copy any card in your graveyard, except it's a 3/3 black wraith with menace. At the beginning of your next exile step, exile that token unless Sauron is your ring bearer. So if Sauron is your ring bearer,
That's
you can keep
gas.
them all. Yeah,
That's gas.
fire.
That's fire. That's fucking fire.
I have no idea what's happening, but that sounds awesome.
You're gonna fucking learn magic. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
That's cool. I'm cool with it. I just don't know.
Yeah,
what's
we're
happening.
talking about maybe playing some arena online and filming them and putting them out so we can. Let's go back down. Sorry.
I'm down. I need a deck.
Well, arena's online.
Like a personal issue.
And you don't need cards to play it. They have the cards online. Okay, now these ones I haven't even seen yet because these are newer ones, I guess, that they released.
I like those art styles.
I do too.
Me too. But Lobella, Sackville
I like how they
Baggins?
go together. If you look at those, they like all of those that 2 and those 3 are all like a full picture, and that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, it is dope. That's the way they make the. What the heck is going on? Why did you not open the card? Let's try this again. No? I guess we can't pull that one up. It's a legendary creature, halfling citizen. It's got flash, menace.
I
When
think
it
that's the
enters the-
Saxville Bagginsons. Yeah, that's the that's his like people that were
That
trying to
might
take.
be why it says Saxville Baggins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I just said. That's why. Yeah, they were trying to take.
Yeah.
That's who he was worried about taking the house from him when he was leaving.
when they enter the battlefield, exile target creature card from an opponent's graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Then create X treasure tokens, where X is the exiled card's power. Treasure token is tap 1, sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool.
Yes.
Wizards Rockets. Pretty dope. We all know what that is. You know,
Yeah.
the boom, giant flame dragon.
Hell yeah!
When it enters the battlefield tap. Pay
Oh, I
X-
just realized those two are together.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
It's all
that's
one
what.
picture.
So those 2 are together, and then if you look at the next 3 next to that, that's a whole scene as well. They all.
And
Yeah.
actually, so
Okay.
the Gandalf card on the bottom finishes those 3. Those 3
Okay.
are all one picture, and those 3 are all one picture.
Okay, I see.
You can
it
see
now,
where
yep.
his staff is, and then the edge
Yep.
of the staff on that
Yes,
card.
I see now. Okay.
And then it's X tap, sacrifice Wizards Rockets, add X mana in any combination of colors. When Wizard's Rocket is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. So it lets you convert mana, basically,
Nice.
to whatever color you want. Then you have Delighted Halflings, which it's a bunch of drunk fucking...
Hey, they
bunch
can
of,
do. They can
bunch
do
of
stuff
drunk
too.
hobbits.
They can do
What
stuff.
is this drink senses, masters? Tap, add 1 colorless mana. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, but this can only be used to cast a legendary spell, and that spell can't be countered. So it makes your legendary creatures uncounterable, or any legendary card.
That's disgusting.
But see, that's not a legendary creature. So there's one.
Yes, it is.
No.
Oh,
Creature, halfling says there is one. There we have found one card that is not a
There's
legendary
one.
creature. But that means it's probably more.
oh yeah.
And then you have Bilbo, who everybody loves, the retired burglar.
Yeah, I don't like that they dumbed him down to just that retired burglar.
Well, no,
he's a lot more than that.
Yes, but that's just they might have other versions of him too.
That's
like
why they
with
have
Frodo.
different versions. Because if you notice, Sauron had Sauron the Necromancer, and then Sauron the what was it, the Silent Eye, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they don't have it on this list, so I don't trust it's there.
Shut up.
They also have Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, as well as the other Gandalf. But when Bilbo, retired burglar, enters or leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you, obviously. Whenever Bilbo deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. So whenever you damage somebody, you get a token that you can sacrifice to add a mana. Frodo Baggins, legendary creature, halfling scout. Because there can only be one non-legendary creature in this set.
Yeah.
Whenever Frodo Baggins or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, the ring tempts you. As long as Frodo is your ring bearer, it must be blocked if able.
Interesting.
Then you have Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Flash. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. So you can cast sorceries as instants.
Ooh, that's...
Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, as your ring bearer, draw a card. Now, here's where they lose me a little. Oh, wait, I can click here and view the card details. I was going to say I can't read Elvish.
Well, shit.
That's the Soul Ring.
oh, that's cool.
But
so that's just them adding. So that's just them. So the Soul Ring gives you mana.
Yeah.
It's legal in commander mode.
These are all commander cards that are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just regular cards that they have altered to go with the.
Oh, so these are all Soul Rings, maybe. Yeah, these are just different versions of the Soul Ring, I guess. These three.
Yeah.
Then they have the Party Tree, which is 9 mana to cast, which sounds like a lot, except this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power amongst creatures you control. So if you have a 7/7, it only kicks 2 mana. You can tap to add 2 mana, and you gain 2 life.
That's nice. That's very nice.
Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you put a 1/1 token on it and draw a card. A 1/1 counter on it and draw a card.
Okay.
Then you have the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. You shall not pass. Sorry. Creatures with power greater than the number of cards in your hand can attack.
Because it can't pass.
Yes. Thou shalt not pass. You have the Valley of Gorgoroth. Tap, add 1 colorless. Tap, sacrifice it, destroy a target non-basic land.
Yes, that is the valley that they go through and to get to Mount Doom.
And then you have what appears to be the exact same cards again.
It looks like it.
It didn't even change the art.
Nope.
Then you have Sam, the Loyal Attendant. Legendary creature, halfling peasant. Whoa, that's rude.
That's what I'm saying. They're very disrespectful.
Why
Very
do they call him a
disrespectful.
peasant? What did he do? Partner with Frodo, adventurous hobbit, which we haven't even come up to yet. When this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Frodo into their hand from their library, then shuffle.
Nice.
At the beginning of
Okay.
combat, on your turn, create a food token. Food token's an artifact. 2, tap it, sacrifice it, you gain 3 life. Activated abilities of Frodo, of foods you control, cost 1 less to activate. So then it only takes 1 tap to sacrifice.
Do they have lamnus bread?
Yes.
They have second breakfast.
What about 11sies?
Yes. Then they have Radagast, Wizard of Wilds. I don't know if you know who Radagast is.
I do know who Radagast is. Radagast is the one from The Hobbit, the brown wizard.
He's also in the Lego game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with him, Jason.
No, I am not.
You never
He's
seen
like-
the Hobbit movies?
I have.
He's the
He's
one that has like the
Okay.
sled. Yeah.
No,
He's
no.
like an Earth wizard, kind of.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Earth. Yeah.
He's got Ward 1. Beasts and birds you control have Ward 1. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, choose one. Either create a 3/3 green beast creature token or create a 2/2 blue bird creature token with flying.
Yeah, because he controls all the animals.
And here's a soul ring in English. It's 1, tap it, add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool.
Yeah.
That's a $70 card right there.
I'll buy it right now.
Shut up.
Sam, Loyal Attendant, we just went over this, just a full art, looks like. Radagast, the same thing. And then there's some,
Leaks.
leagues. I'm not going to go through all that. It comes out, like I said, on the 20th. There's the cover art for it. You see the Temptation.
Universe Beyond.
Yeah, that's what they call all of their spin-off kind of things.
You're
Okay.
a spin-off kind of thing.
I am.
I've been
Thank
there
you.
before.
And your starter kits, which I believe one of these comes with. Those are full decks, the starter kits. And the draft jumpstart boosters, those ones you can actually play and make a decks out of. You can make like 4 decks out of them.
wanna
Universe
do it.
Beyond. This is the pre-release, which you can only get if you go to a game store. Draft booster box, which is they have more lands, stuff like that. Then you have your set boosters, which are slightly more collectible, more rare cards. Then you have your collector's boosters. Now the set boosters, the draft boosters are like 150, I want to say. Set boosters are around 170. Collector's boosters are like 389. It's like $400 for this box. But this is the only one that may include the serialized One Ring card, which is why I was thinking about it. And then you have the bundles.
I need to buy like 7 of those
And then you have the gift
just to
bundle.
make sure.
7 of them? You're gonna drop like
Just to make sure.
$2,800 real fast.
Yeah, real quick, casually on some Magic cards.
I'll do that. I got
The
that.
pre-release is June 16th. Tabletop
Are we
release
getting a
is 23rd.
Balrog?
There will probably be a Balrog.
I hope so.
So
You gotta have Balrog. You gotta have Shelob. There's orcs, Orkai.
there's definitely going to be those. Those are probably just going to be regular standard creatures. Probably going to be just
Yeah.
regular hobbits too.
Hopefully.
Elves. I'm
Don't
sure
need a
there
shit
will-
ton of legendary creatures.
So out of those cards,
Can't you only technically have a certain amount of legendary creatures in your deck?
I think it's just that you can only have one of each, if I'm not mistaken. Like
That's
you
what
can't
it
have,
is. Okay. Yep, you're right.
or it might be you can only have one at a time on the field. I don't know exactly how it.
I'm pretty sure you can only have one of the legendary creatures in your deck.
'Cause I know planeswalkers you can also only have one of.
Mm-hmm.
So of those cards, which one do you think is going to be the most OP and banned?
Probably that first Gandalf one.
For me, it's the Arwen or the Sauron. Those two
Yeah.
are
That Arwen and Elwyn one is pretty. Coming from someone who has played many, if you put that on a population deck, you're fucked. You're literally
give everything
fucked.
+1/+1, and you just gain so much life.
And then if you're the ring bearer, you just keep doing it. No.
Yeah. I know you keep doing it anyway. It's just every time a creature comes in, every time you attack or it comes into play, it does it.
So ridiculous.
So you
ridiculous.
could, if you pair that with something that prevents you from dealing or taking combat damage, and you just attack every turn so it never dies, and you just keep fucking putting tokens on stuff. See, this is how, that's what I was saying before. This is how my brain works with combos and stuff. I just see cards and I start to rattle them off. Don, we talked about how we got into Magic the Gathering. Why don't
Okay.
you tell everybody fast how you got into Lord of the Rings?
It was the movies, honestly, that got me into Lord of the Rings. And then I listened to all the books on Audible. Then the extended editions came out, and I've loved everything ever since. The Hobbit, I don't think it's great, but I'm not as down on it as most people are. I like it for what it is. I mean, just that world is insane, man. And I mean, I've listened to the Silmarillion twice.
It's a good
Let
book.
me tell you, that's an insane book to listen to because it is a lot of stuff they go through. Tolkien is a different character, man, because he created and he has it written out in notes, thousands and thousands and thousands of years of history of all these different creatures and races and stuff like that. The elves and the humans and the hobbits.
In my opinion, in order to create a world that feels lived in and organic, you gotta have that history. You have to know where they've come from to know where they're going and shit like that.
Well,
I mean, he created all the languages, the Elven language, the Ent language. I mean, he created them.
A lot of that came after he had begun writing it.
Yes,
because he started writing them as stories to his son.
Mm-hmm.
He'd write them in letters to his son and stuff.
Right.
When his son was in war.
And his son continues to add to the story. So
yeah. But yeah, it's when I was in middle school, I read all of the books, including The Hobbit, Silmarillion. I think I was in 6th grade when I binged them all.
Yeah,
it's been a while. Watched all the movies.
The Rohan book is really good too. Have you read that one?
No.
What is it?
Now I have a new book.
Something of Rohan. Yeah, I can't remember. It's really good book. Really good book.
Speaking of really good things, have you guys watched anything interesting, fun lately?
I watched Quantumania finally.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Me too. I don't understand the hate people have for all these movies.
I don't like his face all blown up like that as MODOK, but that's more of an aesthetic thing.
I loved that. Like not that I thought it looked great, like a fantastic, but I just loved that it's so.
Oh, I had no problem with the character. It's just the way his face looked all blown out. It was weird. It was weird.
That's why I liked it. Like I just like because to me that's like there was different eras in comic books. There were eras where it was all very serious, and then there were eras where it was all just goofy as shit.
Yeah.
And people forget how goofy some of the older comic books were, but they were weird.
Goofy as shit. Like the very first iterations of MODOK looked so fucking wonky.
And then you have like characters in other, like in DC, there's a Condiment King. Motherfuckers just walking around with ketchup and mustard. Like, come on, bro.
It's my favorite character of all time.
No, I haven't watched anything new lately. I've been weirdly immersing myself into the world of Red Dead Redemption RP.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Oh, dude, I'm like wildly immersed in this. I have 2 different characters. One of the characters' name is Goga Noli, and it's Cherokee for Summer Badger, and I'm part of a Native American tribe.
Wait, this is a role-playing game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he won't let me join because he thinks I'm going to mess it up.
No, because yes, 100%. Because I literally said this was my answer to him. I said, Don, he wants to be a gambler, right? And I was like, what's going to happen the very first time you lose everything and someone tells you to pay up and you don't want to? And you
that's not what you asked me. First of all,
what was it?
That if I lose in a game, tell me that you won't shoot somebody immediately, and I couldn't answer that question.
Exactly. I'm not. You're not.
Look, if you get caught cheating in the Wild West, you get shot. That's.
Yes, but how are they getting caught cheating? There is.
How do you know he wasn't? How do you know he wasn't?
Dice are loaded sometimes.
Exactly.
But I have that character, and my one character is a Native American horse trainer, and I just go around fucking training horses and making money that way. But then my other character is a criminal, and I go around robbing people.
Oh, sounds
It's so funny though because like there's rules to it and stuff like that. You're supposed to value your own life and everything because it's role play. You're supposed to pretend like you care about your life and shit like that. And so when you technically go to rob someone, if you have a gun on them, they're not supposed to really not comply. Because if someone had a gun on you, would you really just be like, no, I'm going to do what I want still? So like it's just funny because a lot of people will not comply,
Yes.
and it's like, well, what do you think's about to happen, bud?
I've had a gun pulled on me before and I didn't comply.
Oh, you crazy person.
I was held at gunpoint before. It was very scary, but
More than once. One time by cops, and one time by somebody that wasn't a cop.
Load.
So this conversation, it reminds me of this thing I saw the other day called Epic Nerd Camp.
okay.
It's a summer
Where was
camp.
this when I was growing up?
It's a 20. It's a 21 and over only.
Oh, we're going.
1 week sleepaway camp, where you have sword fighting. There's RPG campaigns, mermaid school, axe throwing, tabletop gaming, escape rooms, wizard duels. There's a LARP battlefield.
Dude.
Yo, hold on. Where do we
They have
sign
Quidditch. They have
What?
Quidditch.
No.
Where do we sign up?
It's $1,000 though.
I
I
give
don't
a
care for how long? How many days?
A
A
week.
week.
I'll fucking pay
For
$1,000.
$1,000?
The totally not forbidden forest, and there's a labyrinth. Sorry.
Dude,
It's
are
a-
you fucking
I
serious?
think it's actually shorter than a week. I think it's 4 days.
I don't care.
But I want to go so bad.
I want to go so
Dude,
bad.
we need
I
to
don't think I'm
all
going this
go.
year, but next
Yeah.
year I'm definitely going to.
We need to
We
all
do.
go.
This is a group. This should be a group trip.
Yeah, I mean they have it'll be fun.
I want to LARP. I want to LARP so bad.
Me
I'm cutting
too.
everybody's legs off.
I'm cutting
like-
your legs off.
So there's multiple different
Yeah.
LARPing things, and they have like a shanty town too, but they have like wizard
Have you
dueling
seen role
LARPing.
models?
But yeah, but
Yes.
they have different LARPs. So they have
Okay.
wizarding LARPs. There's Encaros LARP. There's a LARP battlefield. So it's all different types of LARP based on what kind of characters and
Oh my
stuff you
god,
are.
a whole LARP battlefield would be amazing.
Yeah, it's like a giant, huge.
Dude, I'm
fucking-
definitely doing that. I'm absolutely doing that.
They-
100%.
I think we all need to do this.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do like lightsaber duels. They teach you how to sword fight. You can do archery. You could shoot arrows.
I have lightsaber dual ready lightsabers.
Yeah, let me pull up
Hey,
the
shut
map
your
for
face.
you guys.
Shut your face.
Because that's easier than me just saying it.
Shut your face.
Oh, that place is huge. Oh, and it's 21 and over.
Dude, they have a whole Quidditch area, wizard duels. Oh, dude.
Hidden stuff in the woods.
Combat archery?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Dude.
Axe throwing, karaoke.
Escape room.
And we're going in that forest and getting super high.
If you look in the forest, it says the totally not forbidden forest, and then secrets.
Yeah.
There's secrets.
Secrets. Oh, we're going right to where it says secrets. That's the secrets.
The One Ring. There's just a One Ring in there. It's like
Exactly.
we all
Oh,
vanish.
dude. No, this is freaking cool, though. Seriously. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's in Maryland.
I'm gonna go to a mermaid school. I want to just be a mermaid.
Well, I think the mermaid school thing is just a pool.
That's fine.
I
They're
guess they
gonna
probably
put
have tails and stuff, but I definitely want to go into a pool.
They have a whole bunch of
So
campfires.
it
all
is
over
actually it's supposedly cheaper if you sign up earlier. So after this one's in August. So right after that, if we look into getting tickets, it'll be less.
I want to go. I'm dead serious.
Bro,
I
we
want to
need
go.
to-
All of us.
We need to figure out how to like maybe do
Yeah.
like a whole like plan all together and get a discount.
We need
do
a
it as a
group
group
discount.
thing.
Like, get
And
like
live
10 or
stream it.
15 people. Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Yes.
We need to hit them up right now and be like, listen, guys, we'll give you the semi-best publicity you can get for free.
We'll give you like some publicity.
Like we'll give you there's no such thing as bad publicity. That's all I'm gonna just be like, guys, nothing's bad here. Just give us a little discount. You know,
Especially
a little discount.
Especially if it's dope. If it's as awesome as it seems, that video would be viral, no problem. Because the way that we all are as people,
We're retarded. So like we'll fucking make these whole things just like
I tell
our
you
reactions
now,
will just be
you
like,
will die.
oh my god,
You
I
will
can't
not
believe
survive. I shall cut you down. You will never walk again.
You need to send me that so I can send that to my wife because now she will never hear anything but that for the next like year.
Yeah, it's in it's
we book it.
right by. So it says it's just off I-95 in Northeast Maryland.
I know.
Oh, it's
Maryland
off of
very
95.
well.
We can drive it all the way up there.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick Joe up on the way in Virginia.
I live off of 95.
Yeah, that's what
95 is 2 blocks away from my house.
That's what I'm saying. We'll pick you up on the way. Road trip.
Road trip. Grab you on the way. I'm down.
They also have a Amtrak. And they have like rides from the Amtrak to the camp too.
And then fucking where's Josh live? Can we pick his ass up on the way?
Josh lives in Maryland.
He lives in Baltimore. Yeah.
Josh is closer to all of us.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can pick him up for sure. That's easy.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm dead serious. I want to do this. Not even a joke. I want to do that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm like, this has gotta happen. We gotta figure out a way if there's like a group pricing shit and like, oh, this would be so much fun.
Yeah, we need to know how many we need. If we need 10 or 15, I think we can get 10. 15 might be a push, but we can get 10, I think.
10 people to go? Hell yeah.
If it's discounted, yeah.
Hold on. I gotta share screen.
We'll bring people from work. Like we'll get stuff.
Yeah, I know plenty of people who
that's what I'm saying. Like, I know people that'll go. My son will definitely go to this.
My friends will come down from New York. I've already talked to them about it because I saw it on Facebook and I tagged a bunch of people. And
oh, dude,
like,
I want to do this so bad.
So
I absolutely want to do this.
So once upon a time, Ramblewood was a summer camp. Then a psychologist named Harry decided he was done being a psychologist and bought it. He then turned it into a venue for strange and unusual events. So, which makes me think that they do other things there too that are in a similar vein.
Yeah.
And they said that it hasn't, given that it hasn't been a summer camp for a while, the facility has been renovated to cater to adults. So it's got real mattresses, solid food. It's not going to be like sleeping in a camp. The pond down by the Grove.
Oh, dude, this is perfect.
Let's see if we can pull up all these pictures here. It just tells you about them. Not sure what the building originally was. Now all things being so massive. So it's a stone fireplace, art, sprawling dining hall, outdoor seating, pub-like feel. I think they serve alcohol.
Yeah.
And an arcade machine, a Tron arcade game.
Yes.
There's a bunch of campsites. There's cabins, either all male, all female, or both.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
There's multiple campfires, and there it is. The pool. The pool area is great.
We should reach out to them.
Yeah.
We should reach out to them and be like, look, we want to do an event at your place next summer or something. Like, let's say next summer or something. And yeah.
There's a game room and cafeteria upstairs and a cantina downstairs. I wonder if they do Star Wars events there too.
That would be crazy.
You can also they have a soapbox where you could stand and give speeches and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Then there's gazebos, hammocks, swings.
What did we find out, boys? Good news?
We're going. That's what we found out. I don't know what else you needed to know, but we're going. That's what the fuck we found out. The restaurant has outdoor seating.
We could sign up as counselors even if we wanted to.
Oh, dude.
And then they pay us to go.
Fuck yeah.
Yo. Did I just find my new job?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
we're all going to be traveling for work, but it's like, yeah, I'm traveling like 4 hours. Well, you guys be more than that.
It's worth it.
Oh, it'd be way worth it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yo, because you got to think, if it was just 4 days out of the week, you get 3 days off, I would go.
What is this place called, dude? I need to look this up.
Epic Nerd Camp.
If it was, the pay was
but
good
it's Camp
enough,
Ramblewood is what it's called.
Rent like a fucking Airbnb. Me and him pay for, like, me and him split it for the week and just chill up there for the fucking 4 days and then come back for the 3.
Well, no, they have cabins and stuff there. You stay there. You don't need to rent anything.
True.
But yeah, apparently they have other things there too, and you could just rent it out. It's a 200-acre property. So they do a bunch of other stuff there. They have different festivals and stuff.
Oh, it's about to be lit, guys.
What?
Yo.
Hold on. They also have like a Burning Man style camp.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Inspired by
What did
Burning
you just
Man.
say?
Hold on, I'll pull it up. So
Oh. No, God.
Wait a minute. What just happened?
Yo. This may have just become the best place on earth.
Dude.
Wholesome retreat my ass. I'm doing acid and getting
You
weird.
can swim. Dude, you can. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
So they have all different types of camps there and stuff. It's something that I'm gonna look into it more and find out all of the things that they offer there, and all the different stuff they have. Because by the sound of it, I feel like this is gonna be. That's gonna be Don.
That's me.
That's Don at the
all
mermaid camp.
Me right there with the pearl and the clam, dude. I'm going to this place. I'm going for like 3 weeks.
They're only open for 4 days. Don's like,
I don't care. I'm going for like 4 weeks.
Josh, come on, Josh. Why you?
They do have lightsaber combats.
Dude, this place is amazing, and I just can't wait for us all to go.
Dude, they have like fucking like
what an episode of the fantasy show that would be, huh?
Look at this, dude. Check this out. Hold on. Yeah, I know, right? This
well, I'll go
awesome.
full costume. I got a full black robe, head to toe. I can throw
It's
on.
like
I will full on go get like the most amazing costume in the world.
It's like paintball, dude, but with bows and arrows.
Yeah,
dude, I want to do this so bad. I want to do that so fucking badly. You have no idea. That looks like the funnest thing I've ever seen in my life, right there.
Yeah, man.
I am down for this so hard. This is all. They even have an escape room.
This is gonna be Joe at the party.
I'm not allowed to divulge anything about this. It's a room. You must escape it. All the Quidditch, you get to actually run around with a broom between your legs.
I mean, you could do
that.
Oh,
and they have pool Quidditch too.
Like in the water Quidditch?
Yeah, they have two different kinds. They have land Quidditch and pool Quidditch.
Oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, we will make sure that we keep all of you out there posted about what we learn about this. This will become a recurring theme here because I have a feeling none of us are going to let this go.
No, this is not going anywhere.
Not a chance in hell. It's not going anywhere until we go there.
I'm copying their email right now because I'm contacting them.
Is there anything else that you gentlemen wanted to talk about today?
Just how I want to be Legolas now at this place.
Well, Don, you're gonna have to grow
Don
your hair
had
out.
his very first D&D session this week.
Oh, I did. Yes, that was fun.
How did it go?
It went awesome. It went amazing. Yeah,
I will say this was the closest I have ever been to a total party kill. It was a very close call. It was the closest anyone's ever been. So, like, there was 3 of us, and the one character had 1 health left. I had 4, and Don had 7. And there were still orcs coming into the fucking
like over 100.
Yes, they were. Our very first session.
Were they legendary creatures?
They were not. They were not legendary orcs.
Thank God.
And neither were we.
No, we were not. Definitely not.
That's awesome. Well, if there's nothing else that you gentlemen want to touch on, thank you all for joining us. Come and watch. If you can, do us a favor. Just tap the thumbs up. Ding the bell to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think of the Magic set, Lord of the Rings, and Epic Nerd Camp. Let us know if you're interested in going and if you want all the details.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of Geekdom Uncut. Thank you, Jason, Don, for joining us. Until
Please
next
go to my
time.
GoFundMe for this right here, guys. If you want to see this on the channel, please go to my GoFundMe. It will be up tonight.
Remember, just be good, geeks.
Absolutely. Yeah.